What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thank you for joining me today for my February month in review video. These are new for this year, for 2020, so I've really been trying to focus on the numbers. Let the numbers tell me what's going on in my business, not have my head in the clouds about what my business is doing and thinking one thing when the numbers are actually telling you something else. So I have created my daily goal tracker. It is available if it's something that you're interested in the Etsy store, where you can download it and you can use it on your phone or on the computer. It's basically a Google sheet with some formulas where you can enter in your sales as they come in, just the number, and it will tally it up against your goal for the day. So for me, my daily goal for sales is $167. Every day I'm trying to hit $167, and so it will track how much more dollars in sales I need as I enter in the sales that have come up that day. And so that really informs me into what can I be doing throughout the day to help make sure I hit that goal and make more sales and influence sales. And if you're interested in being proactive and making more sales, I do have a couple of videos on all of the tactics that I use and kind of stack on each other, mostly in Poshmark, to increase sales. So check out those videos on my channel if you haven't seen them. But in this video, I'm going to show you basically a tracker of what I've been tracking. I know, it's crazy, but I use the daily tracker on my phone to input the sales as they come in. At the end of the day, which is usually the next morning, because obviously I go to bed and sales can still happen technically in that day. When I wake up the next morning, I see if I have any more sales to input from the previous night. When I get the total, I enter it into this spreadsheet that I'm going to show you now, which tracks everything for the month on the daily level. That way I can see if there are any trends. Am I hitting my goals in streaks, multiple days in a row, what my average sale price is on a daily basis, etc. And if in the month I'm tracking to hit my monthly goal based on my daily goals. And I will show you, if you missed last month, I did last month's report, and now this is for February. So let's pull that. So this is just February, and we'll go through some of the days in a second, but just to give you kind of the overall numbers, since it's right here, I'm doing a cumulative tally and I'm doing a current month tally. So let's start with the current month. 29 days have passed in that month, because February had 29 days, and so I should have had $4,843 in sales, which makes sense because my daily goal is 167 times 29. That's that number. So I should have had $4,800 in sales. Okay, fine. I ended up with $4,241 in sales. So close, but no cigar. So my current average day of what I actually had was $146 in sales. So I was supposed to be at 167 on average per day, and I ended up on average 146 per day. I was supposed to be at 4,800 for my goal. I ended up at 4,200 for my goal. So here it shows up red because it's bad. And so it's red. I'm off by 600, right? I can't see it. $602. $602, which obviously you can tell from the math there. So all month long, and I'll show you the days in a second, like how it ebbs and flows, but I was really trying, and there were days where I had caught myself up, and then there were days where I got further behind, and so overall the month being down $600 is kind of a bummer. Now going up to the cumulative amount, we have 60 days complete in the year. So this is cumulative from January and February. 60 days are completed. I should have had $10,020 in sales, and instead I have $9,100, give or take, in sales. So that puts me at an average day of $151. I should be at an average of $167. So for the year, I am down or behind $913 from where I've set my goals to be. So again, another bummer. It's not too bad. It can be fixed, but if I let this go, if I'm not paying attention, I could continue this downward trend. And that is why I'm doing this. So even though it's a bummer, it's information and it's helping me influence what I need to do. Do I need to sell things faster to get the sales in? Do I need to hold out for more money? Do I need to source more and list more and just hope for the best? Do I need to source better in different things? There's a number of different ways that you can attack it. So I'm working through all of them and trying to figure them out. But at the end of the day, I'm not where I need to be, but I'm not letting it ruin my life. I'm just going to figure out what I need to do to move forward. Now, to go through some of the days, we had some great days. I think my highest day was $391 in sales, and that was the day last week on a Saturday where I ran the sale of reseller boxes. So it wasn't only reseller boxes that sold, but that was the bulk of the sales that day. So at least I know if I'm ever behind and I want to really bulk up on some sales, and that's what I was trying to do there. I saw that I was trending downward, and I said, let me do an offer. I did $5 off the reseller boxes. I sold a bunch of them in one day, and that helped me catch up a little bit, but then the rest of the month kind of still trickled downward. So at least I know that running a sale like that in the reseller boxes closet is a viable option. I do need to run some more sales in my regular closet, my on my rack closet with just the regular listings. I just haven't, because you have to manage it, and I just haven't. So probably for March, that is what I will need to do. So we've had, if I can be in the $200 range more days than not, that will help me track higher, because again, my goal is 167. So I did have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 10 days of the month that were in the $200 range, and then I had 12 days of the month were green, which means that they were over goal. So if it's green, that means it's over the goal. If it's not green, it was under the goal. So 12 days of a 29-day month isn't too bad to be over your goal, but it still didn't make up for the majority of the days being under the goal. So, it is what it is. I also am tracking my average sale price over here on the side. I really do want it to be in a strong over $20 range. And honestly, for the most part, it is. There's definitely a couple of days here. Like, I want to show you, I guess there was a day that I shipped out one package, but I guess there wasn't a day that I had one sale. But there was a day that I had 2 sales here. 2 sales on the 20th for a total of $18. And it is what it is. I bought an item that I probably shouldn't have bought, but I bought it, and it only sold for $9. And with Poshmark, that's what it is. I'm taking the after fee. No, online. No, Poshmark they're all gross. They're all gross. It's just with Poshmark, it doesn't include shipping. Whereas like Mercari, it does include the shipping. I'm sorry. So 2 sales, total of $18 gross. Like, what the heck? And, only an average sale price of $9 that day. So that's going to bring down, everything. But some days you have that. At least I can say I didn't have any blanks. There were no days so far in this year that I didn't have any sales. So that's great. But, for me, for the fact that I do have a storage unit, a virtual assistant, that, I'm doing YouTube. There's a lot of things that play into the fact of why I should be doing better, and then there's a lot of reasons that take away my time why I'm not doing better. So I need to reevaluate all of that, of course. But I do think it's important for, we see a lot of the totals and, the people's eBay totals, people's Poshmark totals on Instagram or what have you. And I just felt very strongly that for myself, I need to look at this information. So now I'm looking at it live with you, because I'm looking at it as I'm putting it in, but I'm not really analyzing it at that time. I kind of do it at the end of the month when I do this report. But like, we need to be able to tell an accurate picture. Now, maybe my picture is not accurate in the grand scheme of things, but it is my story, it's my journey, and I'm happy to share it. But your journey may look similar to mine. It may be that you feel like you're doing a lot of work and your sales are not where you want them to be. Or maybe you're doing great and your sales look a lot better than mine. Or maybe you're not even here yet, and that's okay. We all come from a different place. We all have a different story situation with it. But I was just feeling like showing on a daily basis that even somebody who's been doing this for 4 years has crappy sales, because sometimes I buy crappy things and I put them in my store, and I can't expect them to sell for $40 when I buy what the market says is an $18 item. Now, the market has a lot to do with what I accept an offer for, of course, or what I send an offer out on, but sometimes it's just the market. And so I think there's a lot to be said for that, because I have gotten a couple of critical comments regarding that I let items go too low, or I shouldn't expect items to sell fast, or whatever. And everyone can run their business however they'd like. At the end of the day, I have a total profit goal that I want to be hitting, or a total sales goal that I want to be hitting, because I am responsible for someone else's livelihood. I have a virtual assistant who's been with me for quite some time, and I want to continue my loyalty to her by having steady work for her. I have a storage unit where I keep my items, and I need to be able to cover that cost every month, as well as pay myself, as well as save for taxes and buy new inventory and whatever. So we all run our businesses differently. I felt very strongly that I wanted to share with you what's going on, real talk, day to day, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the sales. Here's where I'm at. Hopefully March will be better, not only for me, but for you as well if you had a poor February, but I hope you didn't. And I would love to know what you think about this video and what you think of my sales, because I think it gets the conversation started, and it lets me know kind of from your point of view as the watcher of this, where's your business at? Are you doing way better than me? Are you doing worse than me? Let me know how it's going. If you have any tips, I would love to hear about it. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more reseller content. Please give me a thumbs up on the video, and that will let YouTube know that I provide good content, and to tell other reseller moms about it. And if you can also leave me a comment, I would love to say hi back. Thanks so much, and have a great day.